Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Heidi Schnitker, and I am the account manager for Kemp Travel for Insight Vacations. And with me today, I have my colleague Federico, who is part of Uniworld and the Velvet Collection, which is what we are all part of underneath the Travel Corporation, which is the company we work for. And I will be speaking today about Insight Vacations, and Federico will be continuing our journey and talking about Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. So with that, I'm just going to get started. So we're going to talk a little bit about Insight Vacations today, and as I said, we'll hand it over to Fed after the fact. So I wanted to just address a couple of things. I hope all of you are managing to stay sane and healthy and positive, but not in the COVID sense of the word. And I'm really thrilled that you're joining us today to just get a little bit of travel inspiration as to what can happen in the next, hopefully in the next couple of months or maybe in the next year. We know we have done many surveys, many sentiment surveys of lovely people like yourselves. And when you're traveling, you have some common concerns that have come up. One is your well-being and the well-being of others as you're traveling. The constant changing travel restrictions, which we know are confusing not only in our own country, but also abroad. And the fact that when you do travel, you still want to really fully experience the destination. So with that, I wanted to point out why going guided, especially with Insight Vacations, is really perfectly suited for today's world. With all of these different travel restrictions in place, all of the changing rules, the fact that you really want to enjoy your journey as you're traveling, really taking into account the fact that you really just want to be able to experience the destination and leave everything else to everybody that's traveling with you and the people, of course, that represent the company, such as Insight, and really make it a seamless, stress-free travel experience. So with that at a glance, I'm going to cover a couple of different topics during this presentation and really covering the reasons why it is best to go guided. So let's dig in. So one of the things I wanted to point out is when you're traveling within Canada or traveling abroad, there's so many different changing travel restrictions, so many different changing rules. And when you're traveling with Insight Vacations and our trusted partners, you can really rest assured that we are always up to date with all of the different travel restrictions and the health protocols that have been put in place. And it's just, we always have the latest knowledge, and we make it our business to make sure that we are up to date with all of that for you. So with that, we have an exceptional care team that has been exceptionally trained to deal with all of these different changing rules and regulations. So when you're traveling with Insight Vacations, not only do you have the services of an expert travel director that is there to make all of the restaurant reservations and make sure that everybody has their room keys and answers any questions about the destination, such as where can I buy the best cuckoo clock, right? So there's a lot of different things that they take care of, and that's what our travel directors are there for. But in addition to the travel director, we also now have what we call a well-being director. And the well-being director is there to be with you on your journey to make sure that all of the physical distance protocols are being put in place, to make sure that when we're in a destination, that all of our partners are following those protocols as well. And along with them, we have our diligent driver that really does take care of the coach from top to bottom. They are diligently cleaning the coach every single day to make sure that it is a healthy and safe place to travel. But not only do we have our team on the ground with you as you're traveling, but we also have a behind the scenes 24/7 support team, just in case there's any different questions that do arise. So when you're traveling with us and any of our partners, one of the things that really does make a difference is that when you're traveling maybe on a cruise ship or you're traveling by yourself, you're coming across a lot of different people at many different points of the day. When you're traveling with Insight Vacations, you're actually in a protected travel bubble. So you're with the people that you meet on our journeys from start to finish. from the point that you actually get off the plane and meet your travel director and get on the coach to the time that you actually stop the journey and you say goodbye and you go home. So from start to finish, you're really with an established travel bubble. And we really do make sure that when you are traveling with Insight Vacations and our travel partners, we have trusted partners that we have built relationships with over very many years that really also do have exceptional standards. But what we do with them, because we have such a close relationship, is we make sure that they are adhering to all of the health and well-being protocols that we have put in place so that we can still flow through the journey very seamless and stress-free, and you still have that chance to have a lot of fun and not think about all of the dirty details. And we make it really easy when you're journeying with Insight Vacations to keep your distance and have a physical distance when you're traveling with all of the other people that are on our journeys, because we actually have smaller groups. Many years ago, we actually changed the configuration of our coaches and we took out 3 rows of seats and moved them back. So there's only a maximum of 40 seats on our coaches, but we only usually carry on our classic group size an average of about 33 passengers per itinerary. So when I say classic group size, what I mean is if you have a look at our brochure, if you're talking to one of your trusted travel advisors, you can have a look at some of the departure dates that we have for later this year and of course into 2022. And it will be established by a classic group, which is an average of 33 passengers, a maximum of 40. But we also have smaller group departures that are listed that actually only have a maximum of 24 people. So lots of opportunity to go guided, but in a much smaller travel bubble. So when you're traveling, of course, we want to talk about the fun. And one of the things that we do differently when you're with Insight Vacations is we have what we call ungoogleable experiences. So what that means is it's not something that you would be able to find if you searched for example, Ireland, and you searched for, I need a professional hurler to show me how to play the game of hurling. Don't think you could just kind of randomly book that off of Google or through a guidebook. But what we have done is we have curated these experiences, especially for you when you're traveling with us, so that you can get something that's a little bit different than if you were going to be traveling on your own or with another company. So this is a perfect example. We have great relationships with our partners in different destinations. And what we thought would be fun when we're traveling in Ireland, and especially in Kilkenny, for example, is to meet up with a couple of different professional hurlers, which of course is the Irish national sport, and get them to teach us how to play. So we get a group of people together, and if you're feeling a little bit more competitive, you can actually create teams and play against each other. And we get to learn about this amazing sport, which is a lot of fun. And then we can all head off for a drink afterwards, which is great too. So lots of opportunities to experience some real unique Insight experiences. We have over 100 different journeys and over 70 unique Insight experiences scattered throughout. So please do take your time to have a look and ask your trusted travel advisor about some of those experiences that are in our journeys. So really, it is about enjoyment. And one of the things that we do pride ourselves on, this is a picture of our coach, you do get to really relax and enjoy the ride while you're traveling with us because somebody else is doing the driving. I don't know how many times I've told the story, but I can honestly say to you, many, many years ago, I was traveling with my now husband, and we decided that we wanted to travel and go down to the Czech Republic. We were living in London at the time, London, England. And we got in our little European car that we had, and we drove all through Belgium, all through the Netherlands. We drove all the way down the Autobahn in Germany, and we got to the Czech Republic, and we got to the city of Prague to put up our tent because we were really young and didn't have a lot of money, in the center of Prague at a campsite. I can honestly tell you, I didn't see a thing driving through all of those spectacular countries because I was too busy trying to make sure that he stayed on the road and knew where he was going because I was the map reader. Of course, this was not during the time of GPS, but still, we had no familiar roads that we were traveling on. We were trying to figure our way through Europe in order to get to this destination so we could actually pitch our tent, and still enjoy the evening and actually get something to eat. But the rule here is that we didn't see anything. We spent too much time trying to get there. When you're traveling with Insight Vacations, you don't have to worry about that because our diligent driver will take care of you and you can just relax and enjoy these spectacular panoramic views through our windows. So one of the things I wanted to address too is the fact that when you're on a journey with Insight Vacations, a lot of the misconceptions is that a lot of your time is taken up by traveling and sightseeing, but there's a lot of opportunity for you to personalize your trip when you're on one of our journeys. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. So for one thing, the group size is much smaller. So there's a lot of time for the travel director to help with your personal needs. If you've got questions, there is actually a lot of free time incorporated into the journey. We also have different travel styles. So when you're looking at some of the itineraries, country roads, for example, which is a very popular style of itinerary in our brochure, really does take you off the beaten path and get you into the sort of the true depths of the countryside. So lots of different ways that you can personalize the trip. Of course, choosing the time of year as well is also about personalizing the trip. And then prior to travel, you get to be able to complete a questionnaire, a health declaration form, but also a little personal information so that when you do get to the destination, the travel director already knows. Maybe you are looking for a restaurant for an anniversary dinner, so that you can be away from the crowd for a little bit, but still get to experience something special. Maybe some of you are going out there and you're taking your partner and you want to propose. Maybe you want to be able to get a really great shot of Budapest and you want to know where to take that photograph. So all of these different things are put into this survey that the travel director will have when you're actually on the journey. But we also have other things that you can do that will make it a little bit more personal. Some of our destinations, we have something called Insight Choice. And Insight Choice is where you get to choose between two different excursions. It's already included in the cost of the trip. And you get to choose something that is unique. So for example, maybe you're wanting to do a cruise on Lake Lucerne. You could do that. Or maybe you want to go foraging for herbs with a forest ranger. Or maybe you want to do some shopping in Paris, and so you want to go to the Galeries Lafayette. Or maybe the other alternative is to do a walking tour of Paris. So a lot of these different experiences are shown on our itineraries, and you can choose between one or the other, not both, but just one, and then that's the choice that you will have. And as I said, it's included in the trip. We also have our dine around evenings, which when it comes to dining, we do have a lot of inclusions. Breakfast is included every single day, but the dine around evenings are usually about once per itinerary, and it gives you the choice to choose a menu from a restaurant that maybe you want to dine at. Usually there's about 3 different choices. Which is great because it means the group gets split up into a slightly smaller group. Maybe you've made some friends on the journey that you want to sit and have dinner with, or maybe you want a table on your own. But it's there so that you have that option to personalize the trip when you're on the journey. And there's a lot of local recommendations with our travel directors because they are usually from that area and know so much about the region. They can make local recommendations depending on what it is that you want to do. Also, we do have some optional experiences that are available when you do have that free time and maybe you want to do something that's a little bit more unique. So I just wanted to point out that the Travel Corporation, which is our parent company to Insight and parent company to Uniworld Boutique River Cruises, has been around for 100 years. We actually celebrated our 100th anniversary last year with not very many fireworks considering the situation. But we were still very, very proud to celebrate that journey and very proud to work for the company. But it is, it's an amazing company, 100 years, and we do have a peace of mind promise. We do, as I said, it is still family run and driven by service. So a couple of different unique trips and some engaging experiences. As I said, we travel to over 100 different countries. And within those countries, we have over 70 unique Insight experiences. So one of the ones I wanted to address is one of my favorite, and really popular still is Ireland. And this one here is Undiscovered Ireland, and it's a 13-day itinerary. And we do touch on many of the places that are key for Ireland. And you actually fly in and out of Shannon Airport. But we do get to visit the Cliffs of Moher. We do get to visit Galway. Maybe some of you are oyster fans. It's a very big place for oysters. But we also get to see Kilkenny, where we get to learn about the art of hurling. And then, of course, spending 2 nights down near Kinsale, where we get to visit the Blarney Stone, which, of course, is Blarney Castle. Supposedly, if you kiss the Blarney Stone, it gives you the gift of eloquence, which I don't know. I did kiss it. Maybe it helped my presentation skills. I'm not quite sure. But it is a very unique itinerary. And as I said, we do include breakfast every single day, but some great experiences there. And we do stay 2 nights in most of the destinations while we're there. So a little less harried, I guess you could say. And then we also have our Country Roads of Andalusia, which is 9 days. And of course, we do get to see Seville, which for Seville, we do have a very unique experience where we actually get to visit a school that teaches the art of flamenco. But lots of great different sites here. And we do stay 3 nights in Jerez, which is a very unique experience. So kind of piggybacking on that last slide, of course, there's a beautiful picture here of a flamenco dancer. One of the major things that Insight is very proud of is that we are a founding member of the Tread Right Foundation. And what we are doing right now is we have included over 19 different, what we call Make Travel Matter experiences. The Tread Right Foundation really is a not-for-profit part of our company, which is really representing sustainable tourism. And so when we do our journeys, we really like to include something where you get to see the difference that Tread Right is doing for the local economy and for the local area that we're visiting. Anything from somebody that is taking up loom weaving because they want to preserve the culture in the destination that they're in. Glass blowing, of course, which we do in Venice, but also things like the flamenco dancing. And one of the things that we have included in Seville, in the last itinerary I showed you, is we visit a flamenco school. And the flamenco school is, something that is really unique because Tread Right actually supports 4 students per year to continue learning the art of flamenco and the art of music and the art of singing. And we take you there if you decide that you are going to be doing this itinerary that includes Seville, and we take you to the flamenco school so that you can be introduced to the students and the teacher. And if you're feeling brave enough and want to try it, you can get up and learn how to do flamenco, which is amazing. And then we have a little bit of time in the afternoon, and then we come back and the students put on a show. But it's a really, really unique experience. I mean, we have done the flamenco shows in the past, which are fantastic, but this is just something that introduces you to how we are helping to preserve the heritage. And they're incredibly warm people, and it's a lot of fun. I know a colleague of mine did it, and she said it was probably one of her best experiences. And we really do take pride in the fact that with this, Tread Right Foundation and the Make Travel Matter experiences, we are supporting 11 of the United Nations global goals for sustainable development. So it's very, very important to us, and I'm very happy to share that. So I wanted to just kind of wrap up, and before I hand it over to Fed, just to let you know that we do have a no risk deposit. So if you decide that you do want to travel with us and your travel advisor puts a deposit down, you can change your mind within 30 days. And we do have a free 3-day booking hold. So if you are not sure about the travel, your agent can actually put down, just say, hey, I'm going to book this right now, but I'm going to give you an answer about the deposit in 3 days. It's something that we are allowed to do. And we do have a peace of mind promise, and we are very committed to your well-being. I also wanted to point out right now, we have a great Get Back to What You Love offer. Some of our journeys are a savings of up to $750 per person. Just check with your travel advisor about those ones. We do currently have a 7.5% early payment discount. So if you book now before the end of January, you'll be able to take advantage of that on some of our journeys as long as it's still available. And if you have traveled with any one of our brands before, just once, you actually are eligible also for a 5% past guest discount. So that's amazing. Thank you for your time. Give me just 2 seconds. I'm going to just hand it over to my colleague Federico.
You, Heidi.
Hang on a minute.
I know Erin was having some difficulties with logging on, so if you can find her there and see if you can unmute her.
Okay.
She would like to say a couple of words to our guests this afternoon.
Okay. 2 seconds. She is. Oh,
hello.
Hi, Erin.
There she is.
Hi, Heidi. Hi, Fed. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. You know, just a few technical difficulties. Yeah. You always expect a few here or there on virtual events all the time. So I apologize for not making it on at the beginning, but just wanted to welcome everyone and thank you for taking your time out of your day today to join us to learn a little bit about Insight, which Heidi's already gone over, which did a great job and hopefully sparked some interest for you guys. And that we have Fed here from Uniworld as well to go over boutique river cruising. And I know that you guys won't be disappointed by what he has to say. And again, just wanted to say thank you and just know that all of our consultants are still here. We are still in the office or from our home office, so available by phone and email if you are ever to need us. We are still around and readily available. So I will pass it over to Fed.
Thanks, Erin.
Awesome. Thanks, Erin. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Federico with the Velvet Collection, as Heidi did mention. Today, I'm going to walk you through what an amazing experience with Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. Now, with everything going on in this world, you know, we really want you to really think and more dream, right? Like you, like me, we're all waiting to when we can travel again, and this is why we have these presentations, is to give you that little spark, to give you that imagination, because when we are traveling again, you know, this is the world that you get to experience. So I want you to sit back, I want you to relax, and I want you to go through this journey with me, and let's dream together. So I do have a video, and I hope you can hear the sound. If not, Heidi, can you please let me know, and I'll just move on forward. I do apologize about that. Again, technical difficulties when we do have these presentations. Sound is always a little bit finicky. So there are many advantages and benefits when you are traveling on a river cruise. Number one, the ships are extremely small. And what I mean by that is, on average, you're going to have 120 guests on board. And what makes these ships really unique is they go into the heart and the center of the destination you are traveling in. And this is why people love traveling on a river cruise, because you can literally step off the ship and you're right at the destination itself without having to bus in. You can really take steps and you're right there in the heart of it all. You can get to travel all over and unpack only once. So with river cruises, you're visiting multiple destinations, multiple countries. The great part about it is it's usually on average it's a 7-day or 8-day, 7-night journey. So you unpack once and you get to visit amazing destinations. When it comes to choices, again, another one of those benefits people love and enjoy, because with river cruising, well, at least with Uniworld, we are all inclusive. So we have multiple destinations, multiple choices of excursions that you can choose from on a daily basis. And then last but not least, you know, one of the best benefits of all about traveling is you get to experience the culture itself. So there are many things that make Uniworld unique. Number one, we're all inclusive. We are truly all inclusive from start to finish. So what you pay up front is really all you have to pay for. People really love that because at the end of your trip, you can walk off the ship with a zero bill. Being all-inclusive, we include our amazing service. Now, this is one of those attributes that people compliment us about of how amazing our staff and crew really are. Our amazing and award-winning ships. Each ship is considered a floating boutique hotel. Being all-inclusive, we include your meals, delicious farm-to-table cuisine, and I am going to go into more details about every single one of these as well. And then last but not least, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of choices when it comes to excursions. So during the day, you're going to go on multiple excursions that you can choose from, and these are carefully curated experiences made for the Uniworld passenger. So this is what really makes Uniworld unique, are the ships itself. This is an experience on its own. Each ship is considered a floating boutique hotel. No two ships are the same. So each ship is designed and decorated based on the destination you are traveling in. So you're really immersing yourself in the history and the cultures of the destination. On board our ships, we have original artwork, over millions of dollars worth. A lot of fabrics, a lot of silks are used throughout the ships, a lot of vibrant colors, as you can see by the picture there, that really make each of the ships unique, different, and really makes the ship stand out as well. As well as on board our ships, in your bathrooms, we have marble floors, so you'll have heated floors, heated towel racks, and once you do get on board our ships, when it comes to the bedtime, we have savoir beds. If you don't know what they are, these are handcrafted made beds from the UK, and on average, they cost around $20,000. So you really, it is again another experience because you really melt and you're really going to get a good night's sleep because you're going to be exhausted from all the amazing places you're going to be visiting during the day. So some more details about what we include when it comes to all-inclusive. Number one, we have one of the highest guest to staff ratios on the rivers. So every 2.3 guests, there's one of our staff members there willing and ready to assist you. We include your gratuities on board. We include your airport transfers. So whether you book your airfare with us or not, your transfers are covered to the ship. If you prefer to arrange for private transfers, that is something we can do for you as well. In our suites, we do offer a butler service, and that is their only and primary job is to be the butler for that suite, to make sure that the customers they are looking after are taken care of. And just to give you an idea of the white glove service you're going to receive on board, our crew and staff, our butlers, are trained from the same academy as Buckingham Palace. So if it's good enough for the Queen, it's good enough for our guests. We offer a 24-hour room and concierge service, and that is for every stateroom category on board our ship. So if you get hungry in between meals, late at night, not an issue there. Give our chefs a call and they'll be more than happy to prepare something for you. Also in your staterooms, there is a little preset menu for you to choose from as well. Our amazing and award-winning farm-to-table cuisine, I'll get into more details about that in just a second. We include your beverages. Unlimited beverages. This is 24 hours when you want it, how you like it, and we are talking about top shelf spirits here already included in your fare. Beer and wine is going to be sourced from the local region, so you're going to get a true taste of the destination that you're traveling in. And again, our choice of enticing excursions, and these are led by local English-speaking experts. And this is another one of our attributes that people really love and enjoy of how knowledgeable these guides really are. They give you all the history and the facts of the destination you are in, and you're just going to have an incredible time there. If you're into fitness and health, well, we haven't forgot about you. On board our ships, we offer fitness centers. We have pools. It could be indoor or outdoor. It could be heated or not. We do offer yoga, and we actually have a wellness guide. The wellness guide is there to assist you with whatever your fitness goals and needs are. If you want to talk about nutrition with the wellness guide, they'll be more than happy to give you some tips and advice, but their responsibility is to do yoga with the group. We actually had a past guest traveling with us, and she suggested that we do yoga on shore. Well, that's not a problem. What happened was the wellness guide got the mats, got the yoga group, and off they went to do just an amazing session. We also offer complimentary bicycles, Nordic walking sticks to use at your leisure. So we do offer what we call as our Let's Go biking tours, where it's a group, exactly the way it sounds. It's a guide leading a group on bicycles, exploring the city centers in and throughout the amazing cobblestone streets. We do offer the complimentary bicycle to use at your leisure as well. So if you do see a bike available and you want to go explore on your own, you're more than welcome to do that. Just make sure you do come back to the ship at night. Or before night, before we leave, I should say. We also offer 24-hour Wi-Fi throughout the entire ship, so not only in the common areas, but also in your stateroom, so you can share the amazing pictures with your family and friends. And then once the ship is docked, we'll have local entertainment to come on board. It could be a musician, a dancer, could be a singer, a band. There's always going to be someone there to entertain the group in the evening. So hopefully that sounds amazing, because we're only going to get better from here. The next slide I am going to show you is the best slide of them all. And I mentioned we do offer unlimited beverages and your choice of spirits here. So this is a picture of one of our stock bars. Again, 24 hours when you want it, how you like it. The bartenders will be more than happy to serve you whatever your choice is. If we do have any whiskey drinkers out there, you'll be more than happy to know we have over 25 of them for you to choose from. So no one will ever go thirsty on board our ships. Our amazing crew and staff, and it's our unsurpassed service. Again, people always compliment us about how amazing our crew and staff really are, how warm and welcome they do make you feel once you are on board. And it's what we say, no request too large and no detail too small. And we really mean that. And I'm going to give you some examples how we actually put that into action. So in your staterooms, there's jars of candy. I'm not sure if anyone out there does have a sweet tooth, but our crew and we'll make sure that those jars are always topped up for you. You're going to make good friends with the bartenders, so they're going to know your name, your drink, exactly how you like it by the second day. And you're always going to see one of our crew and one of our staff walking around, greeting you, smiling, just making sure you're having a great time and making sure all your needs are taken care of. I'm going to give you two little stories of how we really surpassed some of our guests and their experiences when traveling with us. So we actually had a group traveling with us, and it was 3 couples, and they chose one of our amazing wine itineraries. And on the third day, the men were talking, and I guess they sort of had enough of doing the wine tours. So they wanted to try something different. Well, one of our crew overheard them speaking. And out of the blue, it's not something you're going to find in any of our itineraries, on our brochures, but we arranged for a private tour of the Audi factory for them. So again, really going the extra mile, taking the extra steps to make sure all of our guests are having the best experience that they can. I mentioned the bartenders, how amazing they really are. And here's another quick story for you. We actually had a couple traveling with us, and by the second day, they ended up meeting another couple. Because the ships are very intimate, you're going to make friends all around the ship and everywhere you go. So they started their own little routine where they would go by the bar. Before dinner time, they would order a little snack, which in this case was chips, and they ordered drinks. One of the couples traveled with us again. So the couple went down to the bar, they ordered drinks, and then out came the chips. Well, it was the same bartender that served them the last time. So they were pretty much in shock and awe that the bartender remembered. Again, these are the type of experiences you should expect and you will receive on board one of our amazing trips. So I keep mentioning our amazing farm-to-table cuisine, award-winning actually. And what farm-to-table means is once the ship is docked, you'll see the crew and staff go out into the local markets and source out all the fresh ingredients. And we do actually have some tours where the chefs will go out with the group and give them a little amazing experience and show them really how they look for just amazing proteins, produce, spices, really what they need to make you that amazing meal. So it's going to be prepared fresh, so not only is it going to look amazing, it's going to taste amazing as well. And if you do have any dietary restrictions, such as vegan, vegetarian, if you're gluten-free, well, that's not a problem. Please let us know ahead of time and we'll make sure we can accommodate that for you. So excursion. So again, being all-inclusive, we have multiple excursions that you can choose from on a daily basis already included in your fare. They could be from the Let's Go biking tour, do as the locals do, or some of the amazing village days where you go walking in and around and really get to experience the local life. But we also offer really unique experiences, one of a kind, something that you're not going to see on any other itinerary. So an example of a couple of these are Morning with the Masters in Amsterdam. So on this one, the doors open early, then it gives you a crowd-free viewing of one of Europe's most popular institutions like the Hermitage Museum in Amsterdam. Again, with some of these amazing, unique itineraries and experiences, it is very popular destinations that are going to be traveling. But what makes them unique to Uniworld is you get to experience them with just the group themselves, and usually there's no crowd around you. If you like golfing, well, there's no better golfing than in Trad France. As you can see by the picture, there's such a picturesque view. You probably lose a couple of balls, well, in my case anyways. Burano Island, so the Italy itinerary really makes that unique to Uniworld, and we're excited that we can deliver this amazing experience visiting Burano Island. And you can see by the pictures there at the top right, the beautiful houses there, all different colors. If you're into World War, well, we offer landing beaches and cemeteries in Normandy, France. So you can journey to Omaha Beach, Utah, where the American and Canadian cemeteries lie, almost 10,000 US soldiers, and they're buried there. And it's where most of them were during the D-Day invasion. And then last but definitely not least is Le Site de Vent in our Bordeaux. It's on our beautiful Bon Voyage ship. It's our wine museum. It's a little private wine dining area where we do private wine tastings, and you can host small groups there. These all can be viewed on our website. If you click on the itineraries, click on day to day, and you scroll down, you will see them there. Or you can definitely reach out to your travel agent at Kemp Travel, and they'll be more than happy to share some information with you. So we've been named Best River Cruise Line for a couple of years. 2019 is the most recent, and just really proud and excited to have this award. And it's really a true testament of the experience you should expect, as mentioned before. And here are some of the different awards that we've won in the past. So with the Best River Cruise Line, we won it in 2019, 2018, and 2016. We are mainly situated in Europe, so these are some of the rivers and destinations that we do travel in. France, Portugal, and Spain. So Portugal and Spain on the Douro River, which has become extremely popular over the past couple of years and will continue to do so. Russia, we do offer destinations and itineraries in Central Europe, which a lot of majority of the people will recognize as the Rhine, the Main, and the Danube rivers. Italy, as I did mention, we are the only ones to sail on the Po River. And we do offer exotic destinations as well. So someone who's experienced the European rivers and want to try something a little bit different, we do offer destinations or itineraries in Asia, India, Egypt, and something new that we did launch last year was Peru. And we have some exciting new things coming up. And what's new for 2020 and onwards, we have exciting brand new ships that have been created and are ready to launch when we do set sail again. Number one being the Mekong Jewel for Vietnam and Cambodia. And this is a beautiful ship that did actually get to set sail in the first part of 2020. And just really is a gorgeous ship. We have the SS Sphinx for Egypt. We haven't released any pictures of the Sphinx yet, but those should be coming out shortly. We're going to have two ships on the Nile next year. Sorry, the River Tosca and the SS Sphinx. We have the beautiful pictures of the São Gabriel, and those should be released shortly as well. And then our newest one that just got released a couple months ago is the La Venezia for Italy. Now, with our brand new ships, it's what we call our super ships. So these are newly renovated, newly designed, new look for our fleet. So what we do is we dry dock an older ship, strip it down right to the frame, and we really refresh, rejuvenate the look of the entire ship. By this year and moving forward, we have 60% of our fleet converted into a brand new super ship, and we are looking to refresh all of our European fleet. And what we're doing is actually not making them any bigger, reducing the number of passengers on board our ships, because we know people like to travel in smaller groups. And we're offering new restaurant options, more suites, more luxurious finish, really giving you the ultimate experience when you are traveling with Uniworld. So just to give you a quick little snapshot of our beautiful La Venezia ship that just got released. This is the redesigned ship. It drew influence from the fine forestry fabrics displayed prominently on board. You'll find Murano glass glided accents, artistic etch elements, really pay homage to the popular Venetian aesthetics of the early 20th century. It really creates an onboard atmosphere that is elegant as well as nostalgic. And here's some other images of our brand new ships as well. We have the Sal Gabriel at the very top. You'll see the picture there of our beautiful suite. And then really the Mekong Jewel at the bottom, all the pictures there for Vietnam and Cambodia. So I mentioned before, no two ships are the same, no two designs are the same. And each ship is considered a Floni Boutique Hotel, really paying tribute and homage to the destination, as you can see by the images that I've showed you. We do offer different programs as well. Number one being our Generations program. This is where we allow kids aged 4 to 18 years on board. And there's lots of things for the kids to do, lots of daily family excursions, lots of activities. For example, could be a ship tour with the captain, could be a gondola ride in Italy, could be a cooking class. So there's always going to be something to entertain the kids. We'll have 2 dedicated family hosts on board. And for the ships that do set sail on these specific itineraries, which are identified by our Generations program, we have connecting staterooms, and just depending on the age and the size of the child, we'll have for triple accommodations as well. For those solo travelers as well, we haven't forgot about you. This is becoming an extremely popular program, ever growing. What we did launch for last year and moving forward is a welcome cocktail party exclusively for solo travelers, so you can mix and mingle with others on board. And we do have a single supplement promo out there, which I'll get into in just a bit. Wellness on the water. So if you are into health and fitness and eating a lighter menu, well, this is the program that has been created for you with our yoga classes, with the gyms, with the complimentary bicycles, really keeping you fit and healthy. We also have spas on board our ships that you can take advantage of as well. And then, as I mentioned, if you are eating a lighter menu, let our chefs know and they'll prepare that amazing meal for you. Some new and exciting itineraries coming out. I'm excited to share with you. So number one, which was launched last year, is the Rhine, Moselle, and Blissful Baden-Baden. This is 12 days Baden-Baden to Frankfurt on our beautiful River Queen. If you don't know, our River Queen actually has a real wood-burning fireplace on board the ship. If you don't know, if you haven't heard of Baden-Baden before, it is known for its wellness scene. It has thermal springs, a sea salt grotto, has a beautiful spa, beautiful rose gardens, parks, fountains, so a really nice destination as well. And for those gamblers out there, it does have a casino as well, I've been told. This is an amazing itinerary, again, really unique to Uniworld. Again, we are the only ones to do the Po River. So this was enhanced, and it's our Gems of Northern Italy. And this is 10 days Milan to Venice on our brand new super ship, La Venezia. So you'll begin in Milan and you'll go visit the amazing city. It's known for its shopping as well. And then you'll go on and travel to Venice, which is known as Queen of the Adriatic. One of the amazing experiences you'll do in Venice is you'll have a private evening opening and lighting ceremony at St. Mark's Basilica. And we all know how popular St. Mark's Basilica is, but again, with the Uniworld experience, it's just a private group, and no other tourists go with you on this one. And you'll also visit Burano Island, as I showed you the picture before. You'll visit waterfront shops, colorful facades, and peaceful canals, which are unique to Burano. And you'll also discover Chioggia and not only have amazing meals along the way, and also pair with some amazing wine, visiting wines and the vineyards of Valpolicella. So something really unique to Uniworld. If you're looking to do something different, what you can do and what we've added is you can cap off your voyage with a 4-day trip ride to Zurich. You'll sleep on board the luxury Golden Eagle Danube Express with ever-changing views at your window. And it's the perfect follow-up to our amazing river cruise. Along the way, you'll visit glittering lakes of Zurich and Bled, explore medieval towns and capital cities. You'll also enjoy a private concert in the caves of Bastogne and more. So we offer 2 itineraries on board the cruise and rail, the Milan, Venice, and the Swiss Alps, which is 14 days from Milan to Zurich, or you can do Venice and the Swiss Alps. That's 12 days Zurich to Venice. And we also have other itineraries that were just launched with the cruise and rail. Again, speak to your Kemp Travel agent. They'll give you more information about some of the other unique itineraries. So you're probably wondering what the Golden Eagle luxury trains look like and what they are. Really is a perfect pairing because, of course, they are all inclusive. And the accommodations are really boutique and really fit with the accommodation that we're offering here. So on board, there's 62 guests, 31 cabins in the deluxe cabin suites, and you'll have 25 crew on board. And they do offer Loctane products, toiletries. You'll have a private bathroom featuring a shower, wash basin and toilet, heated towel rail, shaver kit, socket and hair dryer, all available to you in your beautiful little suite there. So hopefully that's exciting for you. Just go over some of the unique and more popular itineraries that we do offer. Number one being the Enchanting Danube, 8 days Budapest to Passau on the Maria Theresa. If anyone knows what that picture is, it's the beautiful Parliament building. And it's being on a river cruise, you'll experience it not like any other, because what we do is we sail past it at night when it's all lit up, and it's just an incredible view with really picturesque. You'll be taking a lot of pictures there. With this itinerary, our locally based destination experts will take you beyond the must-sees of each region, and you'll get a fresh take on some classic sites and insider knowledge of delightful under-the-radar locals and VIP access to places only privileged few will ever experience, such as a private early morning viewing of the acclaimed art collection of Kutzkammer in Vienna. And this one is culturally curious world travelers will love, featuring old world capitals as well as charming towns and villages. Our most popular itinerary is Castles Along the Rhine, and is 8 days Basel to Amsterdam, and all of our itineraries are vice versa as well, so they go in the opposite direction as well. And it could be on board the Antoinette, the super ship Antoinette, our River Queen, or the super ship Empress. What's really unique about this itinerary, number one, you get to visit amazing castles. And as you're sailing by them as well, we do have a historian on board that will give you all the histories and facts about each of the castles as you're sailing by. You'll also visit Marksburg Castle, I should say, which is the only castle along the Rhine River that has never been destroyed. You'll also visit historic sites, including ancient Cologne and picturesque Strasbourg. You'll stroll through fairy town of Runenheim, which you'll taste the delightful white wines in the villages where the grapes are grown, and just an amazing itinerary that people really love. France has always been a popular destination for us, so we have two amazing itineraries returning for this year and the following year. We have Paris and Normandy, where you do visit the Omaha and Juno beaches, where the Canadian American cemeteries were, as I mentioned previously. And we also have, visiting Paris, again, another popular destination for the ladies out there who love to shop. Sorry, gentlemen. And we also have brilliant Bordeaux. For those wine lovers out there, this is an itinerary that I actually got to experience. Really unique itinerary, visit some amazing wineries, some of the best in the world. So if there are any wine lovers out there, please make sure you check out that destination. Another popular one, as I mentioned, Portugal, Spain, and the Douro River Valley, 11 days Lisbon to Porto, and that is on our brand new ship, the São Gabriel. You'll cruise past steeply terraced hillsides, quaint villages, and acres of ripe vineyards. You'll dine in a traditional fair and majestic Coimbra, it's the birthplace of 6 Portuguese kings. Enjoy private tasting of port. For all those Portuguese out there, and you'll visit Porto's historic Riviera district, home to iconic Rebella boats, cutting-edge cuisine, and a thriving art scene. So again, a really popular destination that's only going to continue to be popular. Egypt, again, another really unique itinerary, one that I definitely want to take part of and go and explore. This is Splendors of Egypt and the Nile, 12 days Cairo to Cairo, and it could be on the River Tosca, or as I mentioned, on our brand new super ship, the Sphinx. You'll visit the amazing different sights and sounds of Egypt, the Temple of Luxor. You'll visit temples dedicated to Hathor, Horus, and other mythological figures. You'll pay homage to the country's first female ruler at the Temple of Hasfet. And you'll go to the Valley of the Kings, ancient burial grounds of Egyptians royalty. You'll enjoy exhilarating ride on a felucca, which is a traditional Nile sailboat. And you'll also visit, obviously, captivating journey begins and ends in Cairo. So visit famous Egyptian museums, visit see pharaohic artifacts, treasures, recovered from the tomb of Tutankhamun, and you'll also visit Giza and visit the ancient pyramids of the Sphinx. And last but definitely not least, when it comes to our amazing itineraries, one of our newest one is the waterways of the Peruvian Amazon. So we offer two specific itineraries here. One is a 15-day where you'll visit Machu Picchu, and then the other one is the Peruvian Rivers and Rainforest Discovery, which is an 11-day journey. This ship is not ours, so we actually partner with the Aria Amazon, really boutique, again, small ship design, really luxurious, and it's one you'll definitely want to consider. Now, given all that's happening in the world, we want to make sure that when we do set sail again, that your health and safety is top priority. And this is why we've enhanced our protocols and making sure we are taking the right steps to give you that security and that peace of mind. So all of our crew and staff have received professional hygiene, health and hygiene training, and enforcing strict sanitation protocols throughout each of the cruises, as well as on board the ships. Our tour buses are all disinfected multiple times a day. And just here's a quick little snapshot of some of the things that we're doing, again, to keeping your health and safety top of mind. We're also implementing and a completion of a well-being travel declaration upon arrival that goes to all of our crew and staff. We're constantly doing checks with temperature checks throughout the cruise to make sure everyone is healthy. And we've actually partnered with Act Clean Coat. And we are the only river cruise company to do so far. And what it is, it's a cleaning solution, self-disinfecting, and it also purifies the air. All of our ships will be sprayed with this antimicrobial coating. It's odorless, it's not toxic, and most importantly, it does kill bacteria and viruses, including the coronavirus family. So again, keeping that health and safety is top of mind and making sure that we're taking the right steps to ensure your health and safety of yourselves as well as our crew and staff. And why choose a river cruise? So whoever hasn't been on a river cruise before, maybe you're out there and you've only done an ocean cruise, there are pretty significant differences. Number one, what most people recognize right off the bat is the guest count. So on average, 120 guests on board our ship versus ocean cruises, you have in the thousands. We also have an average of 60 cabins on board, where ocean cruises you have up to 25. The locations, as I mentioned before, you get right into the heart of the city. As you step off, there's no immigration, no checkpoints, no queuing. So it really is a seamless experience. And with our 1 to 2.3 guest count, really making sure that everything is taken care of for you. And the excursions, multiple excursions that you can choose from on a daily basis, included in your fare with the Uniworld Boutique River Cruise. So just to give you just a quick little update on what's happening out there when it comes to any of our offers. We do have a solo traveler offer where we waive the single supplement on any of our select 2021 departures. That ends on February 15th. And for those looking to book in advance for 2022, we do offer early booking savings. When you book by March 31st, you'll save 12% on any of our 2022 cruises. And Heidi briefly touched upon this. Really happy and proud to work for this company, as they did found the Treadwright Foundation. And we're taking the right steps to really think about the future, sustainability, reducing our carbon footprints. On board our ships, as well as our global offices, we've eliminated the use of single-use plastics. So you have paper straws on board, plus in your staterooms, you have 2 little canteen bottles, and that is for you to use and take with you on your journey. And we also work with One Tree Planet, which means if you actually forego your paper documents and choose digital, we will plant a tree on your behalf and name it in your honor. And last but definitely not least, these are peace of mind promise. So we did an audit of the travel corporation as a whole. And as of December 31st, 2019, we have in excess of over $300 million US. So the peace of mind is really knowing that we were here before COVID, we're here during, and we're going to be here after. So if you do end up, booking and securing a Uniworld trip or an inside trip, your money is secured and it's going to be well looked after. I did have a video at the end, but unfortunately not going to hear the sound. So I will just leave you with the images that you're going to be seeing here. As I mentioned at the beginning, we can dream and we'll continue to dream because we will get through this and we are almost at the end of it. So on behalf of everyone from Uniworld, I just want to thank you for your time this afternoon. Hopefully I did inspire you to dream and dream big.
Thank you, everybody, for your time. I don't know if Erin is still there and she wanted to say a few words, but I hope that you found this inspirational. Erin, are you there?
I am. Thank you, Heidi, and thank you, Fed. I will just echo that. I hope everyone found this informative and maybe found something that is inspiring you to keep those travel dreams alive through these times where we can't quite travel as freely as normally. So as I mentioned, our offices are open. We are available by email, by phone call. If you have any questions or you have something that sparked your interest and you'd like to look at potentially booking or looking through those itineraries for future travel, by all means, please reach out to us. And again, thank you very much for taking your time out of your day to join myself, Heidi, and Fed and learn a little bit more about Uniworld and Insight. So everyone enjoy your afternoon and stay safe out there.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.